Hi, I'm Ivy Dawson and welcome to my channel. In this episode, we will talk about 5 ways to create your lane. Stay tuned. Number 1, check yourself. There's nothing wrong with self-evaluation. When we evaluate ourselves, we determine our strengths as well as our weaknesses. Now, when you are creating your lane, when you take a look at your strengths, you want to make sure that you point out the things that will work to your advantage. There may be some gifts inside of you that are part of your strengths. So when you look at those items, you'll be able to move to the next step in creating your lane. Now, when you look at the weaknesses, for an example, those are areas of improvement. And as a human, we are imperfect beings, and there's always room for growth and development. So those weaknesses should not be viewed as a negative, but as a way to improve the quality of our lives. Number 2, do your homework. Yes, I know I'm a teacher, and yes, I say that 100 times every week. But the creation of your lane, you've got to do your homework. You've got to study the industry in which you are entering into, or you may have already created your lane and you're already there. So you have to continue to study. There's nothing wrong with continuous learning, because we are growing and we're striving on a daily basis. So when you do your homework in the industry that you're in, you will become to a realization of where you fit into that industry. Where do you fit? How are you going to fulfill this lane that you are creating for yourself? So when you study, when you do your homework, you're becoming more aware of where you need to go and how you need to go. So many things will open up when you begin to open your mind and prepare yourself for what is to come, or if you're already in it, what is going to be the next chapter. Number 3, be a student of trends. Trends are happening as I speak. When you are studying the trends, you are understanding what's happening in industries outside of the one that you are creating or have already created. For an example, if you're in education and you're an educational leader, it's so important to understand what's happening in the business arena, because when shifts and changes happen in one environment, it's going to impact your environment. So please be aware of that. You've got to understand the trends, what's hot and what's not. And so when you are doing that, you're able to see, okay, what do I need to adjust? For you must know the threats. There will be things that will come against your idea, against the lane that you are creating. And that's the way that life goes. We know that there are ups and that there are downs in life, but we have to be ready. Our minds have to be prepared that there will be changes, be it an external change or maybe an internal change. So you've got to know what are the threats. And then you have to have the strategy to understand, okay, how do I surpass the threats? Because that's what it's all about. When you are going through, when your idea, your organization is faced with a particular issue, you've got to understand what are the strategies to overcome this hump. Just be aware that threats are there to make us better people personally, and then to make your organization grow and succeed in areas that are unimaginable. 5, create the plan. Write the vision and make it plain. If you've done all of this studying of yourself, if you've studied the environment that you are working in, operating in, and then the external environment, and you are aware of threats, you've got to put all of this together. It's important to understand, okay, what are the goals that you're going to create? What do you want to create for your lane in the first quarter of 2021? And then what are the steps to achieve this goal? All right. Also be aware as you are creating your plan that your plan is a work in progress, meaning that There may be, like I stated before, shifts and changes that will come. You've got to be flexible to erase if you're writing out your plan on paper, or delete it if you're typing the plan. But just be aware that it's got to be a flexible work in progress, because when you are in it, like for example, this is the first quarter of 2021, and you may already notice that some things are not going to be great for your idea. Well, you've got to go back to the drawing board and to devise a plan of how the change has got to come. How am I going to be successful? There you have it, 5 ways to create your lane. Drop a comment below and let me know how you are creating your lane for this year. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and stick around for the next video. Talk to you later.